Alright, bitches, what's up? So, for those of you who don't know, toxic masculinity is a sociological term that's meant to describe sort of a broad set of behavioral patterns that are, traditionally masculine, that are considered harmful for society or for the person that's doing it. So there's, like, an intentional lie that is spread by the right wing that the term toxic masculinity is a very fancy way of just saying that men suck. And I'm here to tell you that sociology is a little bit more sophisticated than just coming up with fancy ways to say who's bad. Toxic masculinity actually describes a thing. Who'da thunk it? Alright, so now that all that boring shit is out of the way, let's get to the point of the video. Let's get to the reason that you're here, the reason that everyone clicked on this video. Toxic masculinity, insanely cucked. The level of cuckedness of toxic masculinity is just out of this world, alright? So, right here, this is how cucked it is for you to just, literally invite someone to have sex with your romantic partner while you watch and say, get to it, champ. That's how cucked, just actually being cucked is, alright? And up here, just, the ceiling, just out of here, out of this fucking room, that is toxic masculinity up there, alright? So, Exhibit A, actually, I wrote down a little example to give to you. Is social networks. So it's traditionally masculine not to have a social network, right? Like, having friends, that's pretty gay, I guess. So real men, they're not supposed to have friends, because having a robust social network, that's for women. But you know what? Having a robust social network makes you stronger instead of weaker. Not having a social network, that makes you weak, because dealing with trauma and hardships, in dealing with those things, a social network is incredibly useful. And you know what's really, really cucked? Spiraling it into a you know what's really cucked, though? Spiraling into a self-induced depression because you have no social network at all, because you're obeying the ideas of masculinity that were just handed to you by society, and you were just like, oh yes, please, give me those ideas of masculinity. That's ridiculously cucked. So, you know what? Having friends, having friends, really good. Not having friends, very cucked. So originally, when I was writing the script of this video, I was going to give a whole bunch of examples of how toxic masculinity is super cucked. But, honestly, I think you basically get the point with just one example. Letting how you behave and, how you identify yourself be handed down to you by some, abstract authority that has no actual power over your life, and just accepting it. It's really cucked. Don't do that. It's bad. And that's it. That's the video. I haven't really made a video in a little while, so I had this idea. I figured I would just go for it. Just a real diarrhea squirt of a video. Just fucking... I did it! Here it is! So we're gonna do something kind of fun, which is that whoever comments first on this video is going to get to decide the topic of the next video. And you're going to have 3 options, and you get to pick from the 3 options. And it's just the first person who comments is going to get it. I'll pin the comment when I see it. So, okay, here are your options. Number 1, why Sagas of the Icelanders is the best role-playing game ever made. 2, this is one video title. Number 2, is cereal a soup? Is God dead? And number 3, Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, review and critical analysis. So those are your 3 options. I'll make whichever one of those weird videos you want me to make. So yeah, go ahead and comment. Let me know which particular hell I'll be consigned to.